Hello and welcome. Welcome to my channel, welcome to this watch review. This will be my review of the G-Shock GX56 1A, otherwise known as the King G-Shock. Why is it called the King G-Shock? Well, because it's absolutely huge. It is a monster. Take your normal G-Shock and then just let it go to the gym a few times, and this is kind of what you get. It's huge. I think it comes in a variety of colours. This is the one I purchased with the black strap with the red detailing. It also comes in a bright orange with the black face or negative display, if you want to call it that. And it also comes in one with a positive display that's black but with gold highlighting and things. Anyway, this G-Shock, I've had it, it's my newest edition. I've had it about 2 months, something like that, about 2 months. I'm sorry about the reflections and things, it's just really difficult to get the lighting just right, because if I add more lighting there's more reflections. If I take lighting away you can't see it as well, so that's lighting for you. Anyway, as you can see, that's the face of it, and there's the time and things. So it is water resistant to 20 bar or 200 meters. It's Casio tough solar, which means, as you can see, if you see that separation in the screen, they're actually solar panels, and the solar panels behind the display as well. You can see that they've added this extra kind of gel things here. Doesn't really say it as much on the website and things, but they've added this gel and this extra shock absorber thing. I mean, I've seen a guy drive over one of these, obviously like that, in a big Humvee, and it still be okay. So you know, your wrist will be absolutely shattered, but at least your watch will be okay. Anyway, we'll look at the strap and things, and then we'll go on to the features of the watch. So the strap is quite a durable, big resin strap. It says mud resist there, shock resist there. It's a 2-pronged buckle system, and it looks plastic, but it's proper stainless steel. With the screw pin construction, just not like your normal pins on other watches or other G-Shocks. So the hardware has been improved. The face is obviously, it's reminiscent of an older series of G-Shock, and this is the back, the casing. It's quite comfortable on the wrist, really. It does say it's made in Thailand. Shock absorbing structure. The buttons are large and they're soft, you don't have to press too hard down on them. There's pin construction, the screw pin construction on both sides of the strap, holding the strap in. Again, they're the buttons. It's got these little knobbly bits, don't think they add too much to the watch. Right, we'll go through the features then. This is your main, on most G-Shocks, this is your main button here, the mode button. It says it there, mode, adjust, light, and it says search. So we'll press the mode button. So your first screen has the day, the date, so the month, then the actual date. It's got the time, and then we press it once, and that's got your world time. Don't know why, it's just set to Madrid at the moment, but there we go. You've got many world times on this. I think you've got about 31 time zones, 48 cities, plus UTC. You've got a city code display, and you've got daylight saving on and off. It is daylight saving at the moment. You can't really see it, but it's on the main screen. But anyway, that's one of the world times that you can set. You've got alarm. You've actually got 4 daily alarms and 1 snooze alarm. You've got the stopwatch. I love stopwatches where they have the minutes, the seconds, the hundreds of seconds, thousands of seconds, and then they've got the the hours as well. Even more so, I love stopwatches that have your time at the same time, which unfortunately this one doesn't. But I'll start the stopwatch, which is just this one. Stop it, that's the light, and then reset it. Okay, so it's just a simple start, stop, reset. And then this next one is the timer. Okay, so you do have a countdown timer. You've got measuring units of the countdown range, 24 hours countdown timer. So you can set it from 1 minute to 24 hours. All right. And then we're back to the main screen. Okay, you've got on the main screen, if you press that button there, that is the light. I've got it set to auto luminescence. So if you're in a darkened area, you just tilt it and it will light up the screen, and it's a very nice light. There we go. It's a very nice light. You can set it to be on for longer. Just put the light back on again. You can set it to go on for longer, but it's something that I would normally have on this watch because of the negative display. We'll talk a little bit about the negative display now. Well, the negative display is good, especially in well-lit areas, but again, it suffers like most negative displays in darkened rooms or just at night in low light conditions, really. Because it's a negative display, you need a fair bit of light to pick up the gaps in the black screen. Okay, I'll compare it to a couple of other models, but one thing I can say is G-Shock are getting better and better at these negative displays, and it's only a matter of time before they really get the best kind of display out for it. But at the moment, it's if you're on the fence about a negative display or not, you really just have got to ask yourself, hey, do I prefer, looks rather than being able to read the time 100% of the time? And if you do, and if you like this watch for the looks of it, go for it. If you definitely need to read the time all of the time, hands down, then go for a positive display. All right, just because it's just not worth that risk, even if it looks really nice. But the looks of this watch overpowered me to look over the negative display, and I've also got another negative display G-Shock, and if it's as good as that one, then I would get this one, and it is really. It's not worse. The older G-Shocks were pretty terrible. I don't mind knocking them, but they were. Okay, on the display you've got there's your snooze, alarm, and signal button. Okay, that's like your hourly time signal, whether that's on or not. You've got your low, medium, and high. It's on high at the moment, and that's your battery indicator for the amount of light that's getting to the watch. So if it is on low and you put it in some sunlight, it after a while it may go to medium and then high. So at the moment my battery level is high. It's not the amount of light that's coming into it right now, it's just that's how much charge it's got into it in it. And you should really be aiming to have your G-Shock solar powers up at high most of the time, or medium. I mean, but from medium to low, it's a smaller gap, okay, before then it shuts off. But I've never really had them shut off totally before. Anyway, so that's the watch. It is, as I say, shock resistant. You could use this with a pneumatic drill. I mean, anything you can think of, this you throw at it and it will be fine. It's water resistant, shock resistant, mud resistant. It's got all of the features that I've mentioned. The accuracy is plus or minus 15 seconds per month. I thought I'd put that out there because another, I think, YouTuber said that the accuracy of digital watches I was a bit off, and it is plus or minus 15 seconds. And you've got the power saving function as well. It's on power save at the moment, which normally means if there's not enough light getting to it after half an hour, it will switch itself off. But if you just moved your wrist or took it to an area where there was light, it would instantly go back on. So that's a cool little feature as well. The approximate battery life Casio say is about 11 months on full charge without exposure to light. So if it's on high and it's just had a few hours in the sun, and you went into a cave, it should last you 11 months, but obviously you'd have to press the light and that would draw some of the battery, if you see where I'm going with that. But anyway, that's what they say. Size wise, we'll do some comparison. Well, I'll put it on my wrist first of all. I know it's a bit of a grey area putting it on someone's wrist because everyone's wrist sizes are different, but I can tell you my wrist size is it's 7 inches bang on. Okay, so if I put it on basically, I think they do it per inch, but if I put it on 7 inches exactly, it's a little bit loose but also a little bit tight really. But I would prefer, I mean, G-Shock Casio do this for a reason. If they did it half sizes, that would be a little bit easier for people, but I suppose more people have wrist sizes that are bang on an inch or whatnot. But anyway, this is at 7 inches and it's a little bit tight, but as you can see, because I've got large hands, you know, and I've got, well, 7 inches isn't a small wrist by any means, but I can get away with wearing that. If you've got under 7 inches, I really would go to a shop and check one of these out, or speak to your friends that have got this watch. So that's 7 inches, and at 8 inches, which is what I usually have in the gym, or just if I'm doing any kind of like heavy lifting or using my hands much, because you want that extra freedom of your wrists. Say if you put your hand down, you want it to not, you know, constrict your movement of your wrist and things. That's at 8 inches, and it is a bit loose at that point, but that's fine. And then back to 7 inches. So 7 inches is normally fine, but it does fit well. It's very solid. The strap is excellent. So it is the largest G-Shock they do. It's larger than a Frogman. I've seen many people say that as well. But I'll do a few comparisons. This is it next to a G-Shock Mudman. It looks tiny, doesn't it, next to it? But yeah, there's it's a lot larger than the normal Mudman. Okay, a lot. Look at the height difference as well. Notice just the pin construction, and then you've got the proper screw construction on the buckle. And then we'll do a comparison next to the newer Mudman, which is a large G-Shock nonetheless, and that gives you some comparison there. It's larger than that, although the numbers seem to be the same. And then we'll just do another comparison with another negative display watch, the GW7900 in black. Okay, which again is not a small G-Shock, not the height anyway. But yeah, there you go. I thought I'd just do some size comparisons because it's quite useful. Anyway, one of these watches will set you back about £85 to £90, and I think that is, well, it's an excellent value. If it's under the £100 mark, so it's £85 or so, I think that's excellent value, because you're getting a watch that you don't have to worry about the battery. It will charge when it can from the sun. You don't have to worry about water, mud, shock, anything. It's quite accurate. Yes, it doesn't get its time beamed down to it via radio, but that's a moot point really. I mean, it's quite accurate anyway. And it's big. The buttons are easy to use. It's just quite a simple watch, but a lot of technology is in there. All right, and I think for the money, it's excellent value. It really is, the king of the G-Shocks really. But there we go. So that's my review. I don't think I've got anything more to say about it. But if you have enjoyed this review and you do want more watch reviews and such, please do make a comment in the below, and don't forget to rate and subscribe as well. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. Take care.